Welcome to another episode of DLBTV. I am your boy, your host, as always, DLB. Before we get into things, make sure you guys check out the website, DLB-Network.com. You can check out our podcast on iTunes, the DLB-Network podcast. And make sure you like our page on Facebook. I'm pretty sure everybody watching this video has a Facebook. So head over to our Facebook page, check out our Facebook page. All of that information is below. So you get to get it right down up in there. So anyways, we're in 2012, still in January as of the time that I recorded this video. And so I just wanted to talk about some of the things that we can expect to see this year in gaming. Some of the things that I think we may see, because we're going to talk about the stuff that we're going to see, and some of our most anticipated games. And the reason why I say our anticipated games, because I'm going to give you guys what I think are going to be some of the top games. And of course, down in the comment section, I want you guys to talk to me. Let me know what you guys are feeling and what you guys are going to think is going to be a hot game as well, because maybe, you know, I've overlooked it and I may want to check it out. So let me know. So of course, we're going to go through the PS3 to 360. We may touch on the Wii, we may not. And I'm not talking about that Wii. Anyways, so we're going to start this video off with the PlayStation 3. So Sony finished up the year pretty strong last year. And they showed us a trailer. To me, I personally think this for me is definitely one of the top games that I'm looking for this year. And that's going to be The Last of Us by Naughty Dog. That game looked crazy. That trailer looked crazy. That game is definitely a game that I'm anticipating. One of the letdowns so far, some of the information that I found out about the game is that there isn't going to be a co-op. I don't know if that's really a letdown or not, but I was hoping since there was two characters, there would be some kind of form of cooperation, co-op play in that game. But I mean, it's not there. It's no biggie. So now I'm thinking that there has to be at some point in that game where you get to play as a little girl. I'm pretty sure we all know that the main character is going to be the father. And then hopefully at some point in time, I'm pretty sure we're going to get a chance to take over the little girl as well. But Naughty Dog, they're really good at storytelling. Just look at Uncharted and look at what they've done with that series, and one of the main things I love about Uncharted is the realism in that game. So, but I want to stay on that for too long, but I'm definitely looking forward to that game. We got Mass Effect 3 coming out. I know that's a multi-platform game, but I mean, exclusives are rare. But Mass Effect 3 is a great game. I'm not a huge fan of Mass Effect 3, but I still understand the importance of the game and how great that series is. So Mass Effect, they do some things in that game that I would like to see implemented into a lot of games. And some games you are starting to see it. But like in that game, things that you've done in a previous game will affect the game that you're in right now. For example, I'm pretty sure, or what they did with Mass Effect 1, some of the things that took place in Mass Effect 1, based on what you did, carried over to Mass Effect 2. And I'm pretty sure they're going to do that with Mass Effect 3 as well. But I would like to see more games do things like that, because I definitely think that makes you want to pick up the next title. And Call of Duty did something actually similar to that with Modern Warfare 3. So depending on how many times you prestige in previous Modern Warfares, depending on how many prestige points you started off with in Modern Warfare 3, and in your badge in Modern Warfare, it shows what your prestige level was in the previous Modern Warfare games. So I've actually known people who've actually went back to previous Modern Warfare games to play it so they can up their prestige. So little things like that I like to see games do. It makes you invested in the series and not just that single game. Next up is Starhawk. I was a huge fan of Warhawk. Still am a big fan of Warhawk. I personally think Warhawk is one of the best PlayStation exclusive multiplayer games. I mean, you can go from taking the fight from feet, from hand to hand, not hand to hand like punching, but from the ground level to getting in a vehicle, to being in a turret, to taking on dogfights in the sky. I mean, that game was so well balanced for all the different things that's taking place in this game. 32-player multiplayer. Warhawk was crazy, and like I said, to me, it's still one of the best multiplayer games to date on the PlayStation 3. Starhawk, I believe, is going to take it to the next level. Some of you guys, I'm pretty sure, have had some hands-on with the beta. Haven't had a chance to check out the beta yet, but I've heard great things about it. I'm just looking forward to the game. So Starhawk is going to be another huge game that's coming out this year. We've all heard about the PS3 exclusive Agent. There hasn't been too many details on the games. There's been little rumblings here and there about the game, but nothing has, came to light yet. Obviously, we know Grand Theft Auto 5 is coming this year, and I cannot wait for that game. I, as well as millions of other people, are a big fan of the Grand Theft Auto series. I'm really curious. I know the story is going to be fun, great, comedy, serious, over the top. We all know what to expect from the story. We all know you're going to be hijacking, drug deals, drug busts, stuff like that. I'm pretty sure they're going to take it in a few different directions. What I'm really curious to see about this game is the multiplayer. I want to see what levels are they going to take the multiplayer to. And I don't mean necessarily, 8-on-8, gang wars and stuff like that. That would be cool. But I mean, as far as, I like what they did with the cooperative story, the cooperative online story with the previous one. And I liked how they had the free roam mode, where you were able to just get in there with a few of your friends and just go around and just tear up the city, do whatever you wanted to do. So I'm definitely looking forward to that one. Now, those are games. Those are going to be some of the top-selling games, or some of the games that we're looking forward to, as well as a slew of others. But what about E3? Everybody's thinking that Sony's going to announce another console. I don't know. I can say this. I definitely know that by the end of 2012, there will not be a PlayStation 4 in the market. I can say I feel confident about that. As far as them talking about another system, I could see them talking about it, but the thing is it too early? And that's the question for a lot of people. Is it too early to bring out another PlayStation 3 console, or not another PlayStation 3, but a PlayStation 4 console? Is it too early in the game? Is the PS3 finally starting to hit its stride? I mean, look at Uncharted. Uncharted looked phenomenal. That game looked great. So, I don't know. But I do believe that we will hear them say something about I think it's possible that they may talk about the next console. When it may launch, I personally think if they talk about it, I think we'll see the PlayStation 4 spring of next year. If they talk about it. If they don't talk about it, then I definitely know E3 2013, they will definitely be talking about a PlayStation 3. But other than that, this E3, I'm pretty sure they're going to talk about, some games that they're working on that we don't know about yet. Other than that, I mean, there's really not too much else for them to do with this console, unless they talk about, which I believe needs to be Sony's main focus point. They have the games. There's no shadow of a doubt about that. We know Sony has games. They need to work on the PlayStation Network. That has been the worst area to me for Sony, is the PlayStation Network. People have been screaming and hollering for cross-game chat for forever. Give the people what they want, Sony. Give us cross-game chat. We all want it. We all do it. Give it to us. If you're not cross-game chatting on the system, you're calling somebody on the phone. I know me and my friends, the way we cross-game chat, when we're on a 360, obviously we can do it through the 360. But when we're on the PlayStation 3, we have to call each other on Skype. So that's something that I hope Sony talks about, and something that they're working on, is the PlayStation Network, as far as the community aspect of it. Other than that, the content is there. You got a slew of choices to choose where you want to rent movies from. You have Music Unlimited. You have Facebook it's attached to your Facebook account as far as trophies, what you buy in the store, stuff like that. As far as actually being able to talk on Facebook, I mean, you can use the web browser if you choose to use that, as far as for Twitter as well. So, I mean, the content is there. DLC, demos, games galore. The content's there. Now we just need that connectability, that social network. That's what we need with the PlayStation Network. So hopefully they announce some stuff about that. The PlayStation Vita, I'm pretty sure they're going to talk about that. I don't know if they may have a new bundle at that time, maybe even a price cut, depending on how the sales go. If the sales are a success, no price cut. If they're not a success, I definitely think it's safe to say that we may hear about a PSP Vita price cut by E3. Again, these are just my predictions. I don't know. Could be wrong. But that's, to summarize it all up, that's what I see happening this year for Sony. A ton of games for the PS3, a slew more at E3. The Vita's coming out. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are going to line up to get that. Some people have been asking me what I'm going to do. Honestly, I'm going to wait. Because technology these days, I mean, we saw what was going on overseas, the issues they were having with it. So I'm going to hold out. I'm fighting hard. I would love to get it day one. So, but I'm really trying to hold out. Sony's, I'm just waiting. I'm going to wait and see what happens. If the support's going to be there, because you guys know, any of you guys who had the original PSP know that the support really wasn't there. So you got like one good game a year, if that. So I'm holding out. I'm going to wait and see how it's going to do. So far from what I see, the thing is phenomenal. It looks gorgeous. That OLED is just, wow. But that's it. That's it for this week's video. Again, make sure you guys check out the website, DLB-Network.com. Check out our podcast. Like us on Facebook. Comment in the section. Let me know what you guys are talking about.